No, it's opposite. You got to go the other way. There we go.
Hello, guys.
What's going on, everybody? Happy, what is it?
Sunday,
May. No. Let's start again. Can we start again?
No.
Okay. So how's everybody going today? Let's wait for some people to get in here.
Making strange sounds.
Yeah, that's the chair.
No, please. Without movement. Hello, guys. Anyway, we always like that. You know us. We're happy to welcome you in our new kind of studio.
We have to look here because the camera's here.
Yes.
I keep forgetting.
And our update is that we recently moved to Valencia. We're still in Spain. And can you please tell if you hear this horrible sound that he's making with this chair or no?
Can you tell us if you can hear us at all?
At all, yes, because it's in new settings.
And there's no microphone. So what are we talking about today? Yeah, we've been a little bit, I don't want to say useless, but we've just been so busy with like moving that we just haven't had a chance to make videos for I'm a Cupid or our other channel. Although I did finish a video that we made. It was a bit of a sentimental video. We made a video 5 days before the invasion, and I had all the footage here and stuff. I managed to get it when I went back to Odessa, and so I turned it into a video, and that was a tour of our apartment. So if you go check out, there's actually a link, the first link in the description. You can go check out the tour of our apartment, which is still there, but obviously because of the invasion, we can't do anything with it. But we also go to the flea market and stuff as well. So we managed to glue all the bits together that we had of this footage and make a pretty interesting video. So go check that out.
What do you mean sound? What sound?
We don't have sound?
I don't know. I need to send a link to Mama. Guys, can you tell us if you can hear us?
Can you hear us?
Please?
We don't have sound.
Oh, we have.
Oh, we have sound. That's funny, that one. That was very funny. Thank you very much. So anyway, today, what are we doing?
Please watch that video because like I haven't seen like the beats like and we didn't know should we even post it or no, and then Striker showed me the result. Like I was crying yesterday. It's kind of like it's important, and you know how long we was working in this apartment and that project. So now the video will be there. Please watch it till the end. And put your comments like there. It would be very helpful for us and will show that you are interested in that as well. So sound is not in sync.
Sound is not in sync. What is that? How far out is it? Is it? Because I know that's annoying when you don't have sound in sync. It's a new setup here. We should have like maybe echo cancel. Oh, there's no other settings. Well, we're just gonna have to just try it. No, you said your chair is making a sound like a ventriloquist. Okay, I just watched it on my end. Well, sound is in sync. What about if we talk like this and then really have it's not so annoying? Yes, they can't see. Anyway, we'll just keep on. We don't know. We tried to do a new setup today. I don't know why, but we like to make things difficult for ourselves. Okay.
Yes.
So, what's on the agenda today?
Okay, so we also want to talk a little bit about our Zoom party that just been a week ago, and we're also going to talk about very interesting case that happened. So you know that we've been collecting money, and thank you very much again for all of your donations for helping people in Ukraine. The most amount of money recently we've been sending to Nikolaev people. Like I have a guy who is like personally himself driving water, like tons and tons of water, because you know that Nikolaev still has this giant problem with water. I don't know where to look. And we've been supporting people. So, and there's an interesting story that we're going to share with you in a little while.
What about?
About the...
You're like the worst at clickbait. There's something going on.
Okay, so the guy, we will tell you the story about one guy who did a donation and now he's engaged. Does it good for the teaser?
What do you mean he's engaged?
No, they are like planning to.
Are they?
Yes.
I didn't know that much. But basically, like somebody donated some money twice, a considerable amount. We thought it was pretty cool. I'm telling the whole story. Let's just tell the story. Why are we clickbaiting it?
Because I wanted to say what we also want. Okay. Okay, do you want to hear the story now or later?
We're not. We're some of the worst hosts. Just as well, like, you know, we don't have like an actual contract with some large TV station that would require us to know what we're doing. But basically, like,
I wonder, let's wait like 5 more minutes and then we'll
okay,
say
keep
what
going
more.
with the agenda.
Yeah, and so we will talk about the Zoom party, and we'll talk about like what's going on with this parole, like with this United States new program for Ukrainians. Did anybody actually get to US? Is it like, does it work? And about our guys like who are coming to Europe right now. So first of all, okay, let's start. We'll talk about the Zoom party.
Oh, and something else, because I put it in, I wasn't sure, I posted it in Telegram saying that a lady is in the United States who's looking for a man and maybe they can help. But I don't know if I was supposed to post that. And I posted and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, because
yeah, I think we should talk about this as well.
Okay, we can talk
It
about
would
that
be a
as
little
well.
bit better, like if we a little bit prepare.
Well, I said that to you, but you were like, oh, I need to go to sleep for 10 minutes.
No, I was tired.
Yeah,
So
because you've been at the beach all day.
yes, and it was lazy to go. It's
Yeah.
actually very nice there.
Alright.
So anyway, Zoom party. The Zoom party, Zoom party, been last week, and it's our second party, and it was very interesting experience for me as well. Again, because every time, you know, we're trying to modify it, we're trying to make it a little bit better, more interesting. We still have, like, I always collect very carefully all the feedbacks from the guys to make sure that, you know, it's getting better and it's entertaining, interactive, and people really getting to know each other. I think it's a great way to meet people, and we have now guys who met the ladies there, and now they in touch and they talking, and so it's such a great opportunity, I think, with nowadays technology, that you can just talk to somebody and then, you know, you can see their reaction. You can even watch them for this hour and a half and see, you know, how they behave. You know, it's also very interesting because the characters of the ladies there were very, very different. You know, there was one lady, we call her Elena Pink Shirt. You know, she was always giggling and laughing and smiling. There was another lady. She was like, you know, we gave her a funny nickname because she said that she is a grandmother for the dogs. And like the way she was acting, she really wanted to take part, but she has another dog that she need to walk. And then, you know, during the Zoom party, she was like, she dressed and go out. She's in Poland. Everybody in different countries, somebody in Poland, somebody in Germany, in Spain, one lady in France, she lost her document. So it's just like, you're just like watching some movie. It's so interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody has their stories, they're sharing, and people like really can get to know each other. So I think that we will keep going with the Zoom parties, and we will keep doing them. Maybe the next one will be at the beginning of July. But definitely, if you want to take part and you want to try what it is to communicate with Ukrainian ladies that now consider themselves as a European ladies as well, because now, unfortunately, 3 months passed, and most of the people applying for the document and getting this like temporary.
Although there was some ladies still in Ukraine, though, wasn't there?
Yes, there was like probably, it was 17 ladies, I think, and it was like probably half and half. Like some ladies were in Zaporozhye, some ladies were in some villages, some ladies were in Europe. So this is about it. It was interesting. If you have any questions or anything, please ask here.
The way that I'll describe it is that, you know, it's very difficult these days to meet women. You know, it's very difficult in the West. Like the whole dating scene has changed over the last probably 5, maybe 10 years. You know, so it's very, very difficult. The thing that's difficult is trying to find women that are motivated. That's the hardest thing, right? That are motivated to actually, that are serious about looking for a relationship. They're at a point in their life where they want to have a relationship. Problem with things like Tinder, there's a lot of women that's looking for validation. Problem with going out somewhere and talking to women, well, she might be in a relationship, you know, she may just, you know, be not interested. At least when you're doing something like this, you know, it's more of a controlled environment. You know, there's no guarantees or anything that you're going to meet like your wife just by doing this free Zoom party, but it's something, you know, it's something different that's outside of the norm than swiping on a Tinder app or using, what's it called? These dating websites, Plenty of Fish and all that sort of stuff, you know, so it's something to try, you know, so that's all about that.
Yeah. So another thing is about this program, Humanitarian Parole in USA. We do have a lot of guys who are doing this with the ladies at the moment. And it's interesting how great is Hard Rocket community is, like honestly, how supportive and how nice. So we have one guy who is actually is big influencer, I would say, like in a Ukrainian fusion Ukraine Fusion,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
So
mhm.
he's doing a lot of posts and like a very cool guy. We've been talking to him before. And what's interesting is that sometimes guys are like, we consider them our, our Hard Rocket family, even though they're not our clients, but it's very nice that the guys are calling us to discuss their relationship with the ladies, like that they're having in the moment, or if they have any problems. And it's not necessarily like a scam problem, it's just some problem, like maybe with the kids, or some communication or anything. So
Yeah.
it's very, very, very nice that you guys are trust us to for our expertise to help you in your relationship. So he posted that he did this process with humanitarian parole with his lady, and it was pretty fast. It was just boom, 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 boom. All like steps went like truly very smoothly. At the same time, we have another guy, actually, who been in Spain here. He also decided to do that with his lady, and so his visa, like his process, took forever. So we put together these two guys, and they like help each other. The guy who had the process like very smoothly, he actually helped David to create this one, and then another guy who are waiting for the fiancé visa already for more than, I don't know, I think a year. And we said to him, like, maybe it's even better to arrange like this kind of visa, because I don't even know if they doing anything with fiancé visas. And they also become in touch. And he applied that, and he said, Luba, on Friday, if we're not having a result, because they already got some notification, but it's a mess with the documents at the moment. So anyway, they was also in touch. And now we have another guy now here in Europe, and Jack is also helping him. So it's like so cool that people supporting each other, and the process really take like not that long if you apply that correctly and right. And one guy already bring the lady to USA. He actually went to Poland. He's from New Jersey, I think. He went to Poland, pick up her and her mother, and now they're there. And so like we have different stages. So if you guys going through this and you need any support or help, we have Jack, and he welcomely agreed.
But also John as well. He also drove, didn't he?
But it's UK.
But that's UK. Oh, sorry, that's what I meant to say. So that's UK. So we also have guys from, actually two guys in UK.
Yes, but UK, I think different. They don't have this like United.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, whatever the support is.
Whatever support.
No, it doesn't matter whether you're our client or not. If you're looking at doing it, like there's people that have gone and done it that can help, and some of them got some pretty crazy stories.
Yes, and every story is crazy. Every story is like is. Really...
Yeah, I was talking to one the other day, and he said I didn't even realize he did this, but he drove all the way to Ukraine to go and get her cat.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Ukrainian ladies are very close to their cats.
He was like, I need to go get the cat. So he drove all the way there from UK to get a cat.
Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting stories. But also what happened, okay, let's talk about this. Maybe you have any questions. If you do, please let us know before we get into.
Yeah, ask us some questions. Ask us
please
anything that you may be thinking about, But I tell you, like there's a lot of stuff that's happening, like a lot of guys like stepped up who were dating, that we see all the time. Like all these stories keep coming in, and even, we'll hear something and we didn't realize that he was doing anything, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, he's already got her there, So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, So, that's all I'll say about that. What was it? What were you going to say? I was just filling in the space. What were you going to talk about? You can talk about.
I want to talk about this charity stuff.
Oh yeah, this is an interesting story for you. Okay, a little bit of a feel-good story, and amongst so much terrible, horrible stuff that's going on at the moment. But we said to people, if they want to, I'll try and make it as fast as possible. I know I can talk a lot of,
but a little bit slow down, despacito, okay, vale?
Why?
Because it's not. Yeah.
Oh.
And look here.
Oh. So we had we said, if anybody wants to donate, they can. So a guy donated. We didn't know who he was. He donated twice, right?
Yeah.
And a reasonable amount of money. And so we thought, okay, let's have a chat with this guy.
I offer him a call because like it was the only way how I can thank him, and there was like a thank to everybody, like everybody donating. But there's just like sometimes I have this like insights, and please don't be offended that somebody get more attention, somebody less. But like in that case, like it was just strange because all of the guys who donating, I know them, and some of them are our clients, some of them are like we in touch and like they're planning their trips and stuff. But this one I really didn't know.
This guy was a mystery.
Yeah, the mystery, and also there was like significant amount amount of money that I was like really surprised and very pleasantly, it was very nice. So I messaged him and I said, would you like to have a call? And he said, yes, like, why not? It's interesting. Like, I'm watching your videos. I want to talk to you. I didn't know who is that, like, what is the age or anything. So we had a talk, and it was a very, very nice gentleman, like very kind, like very, very funny.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
I would say interesting because he had a very interesting personality. It was like very energetic.
Very, we was talking and he was like, after the conversation with him, we were like, yeah, we want to like.
Well, it was like, what do you like? What's the deal? Like, why are you giving money? And he was just a good guy.
He said, I just love Ukraine. It's a great country. And,
said he'd been watching us for a long time. And,
and so we said, okay, thank you so much. And he said, like, if you need anything, just let me know. And, I can do more. I said, like, we're sending this money for Nikolaev and we're supporting people and older people. So it's great. Thank you so much. And then, like, that was it. And then he messaged me and said that, but we didn't talk about any dating part. He just said that he never been married. He'd been all life working and, he just.
I don't think he'd been to Ukraine before. Had he?
To be honest, I don't remember, but. I don't remember. Yeah, but he said that he just like he didn't really like.
He wanted to go.
He wanted to go, yeah, definitely. And he said that he'd been working. Now he's retired, and it's time to leave. But he didn't say like, "Oh, guys, maybe you can match me with somebody or anything." No. And I was just like, "Okay, like thank you, goodbye." And then like in a couple of days, he sent me a message and said that, like if anybody needs support, like maybe he can help somebody with a visa or anything, like to get to USA, like you're welcome. And I said like, no, it's like, I don't think that it's not what we do, And then like in a couple of more days, he messaged me again and he said, but Luba, do you think that, I can meet a lady? Like I've been all my life single. Do you think it's possible? And I was a little bit like confused because I didn't expect, like even though like we are matchmakers, but like when we talked to him, he didn't give me even one sign that he's like looking for a relationship. And then I said, I need to think about that because he's an older gentleman. And for me, it was, I need to understand if we never take a guy on the board, like if I don't think that we can match him. And I was sleeping. And then I woke up in the middle of the night. And I have this incredible idea about one lady that I met last summer in Dnipro that is now in Germany that would be just perfect for him because their personalities are so much alike and they would be just perfect together. And I message him and I say, would you like to talk to this lady? Like I have a lady for you. Would you like to talk? And he say, sure, like, but he's like super keen, like super positive, but he's serious, not that he's just, playing or whatever. And so they start talking, and I've been absolutely
on Skype,
on Zoom. Yeah, yes, I arranged a Zoom call for them. I was absolutely amazed because she speaks English, but like I decided to stay on a call, like to make sure because like it was out of blue for her or for him.
Can I just interrupt here? Like the rest of the story is like how it should be done.
Yes.
When they talk about like Ukrainian ladies want a man that is decisive, takes action, has initiative, can solve problems, can get shit done. This is how I can't think of a better example of it than this dude here.
Yeah. And so they talk and then I left somewhere and then I come back and then like in 20 minutes they already talk about universe and like the stars and that all about like he has this big telescope at his apartment, like she's been learning astrology, not like serious stuff, but like they have so much in common that I would not even know. Like I thought that they have similar spirit, they're positive, the age would be compatible and stuff. And so they talk about different things. And he said that, he'd been in Germany before because he has some roots. His family is actually from Germany and they talking and just about the city where she's living. I don't remember if he was exactly in that city because she lived close to Frankfurt, but it like just like in some suburb, he'd been there. And then at the end of the call, like I said, guys, do you want to exchange contacts?
Well, I'd like to add here, I come out and I was listening to them talk and she was saying to him, I can pick you up from the airport. I live by the, like she was like arranging, they were kind of like arranging it on the first call. And I was going, I don't know what's going on here, but are these guys, are they drunk?
Yeah. And
having a drunk
but then I said, like, I will exchange you. Like I said, I have to go, like, let me exchange your contacts and you will stay in touch. Guess what? In 2 days, he's sending me a message with his tickets to Germany from USA in 2 days after one call. And he bought these tickets and they arrange everything. Like they have a little bit of a difficulties in communication because like he didn't know how, like where, like how to stay, like accommodation, and she was like shy to say that. And so like everything like was really working really, really well for them. But for me, it was incredible that this guy who was not even planning to do that, like he met the lady, he really liked her, he went, bought the ticket and came. And I was like, till the end, I was thinking
they're here
this is
now.
a joke.
They're in Europe now.
They're in Europe, and they was planning to come to Valencia on 9th. But from Germany, like they doing a different stops. Like he took a car and they went to France, they went to Switzerland, to the mountains. And like I know that it was just exhausting for them in a car, and they didn't really have time to enjoy. They was just like always on the way because
she described it as like to you that they were like
students.
They were like students.
She say like we just like
and they're an older couple, aren't they?
They're older couple,
but,
yeah.
I mean,
But she said that we are like when we're together, like we have so much like in our mind, we think that we can like climb this mountain like with no problem. Yeah. But then actually, she said when we get there, we feel that we're. Please.
Oh, sorry, that's the chair. If you didn't catch the first part of the video,
yeah, and so I said like, please don't come here, like it's okay, because we're actually planning to do the video with them interview. And she said that it's very difficult. I said I understand, it's okay, just take your time, because like you also need to go back because his flight is from Germany and she's living in Germany at the moment. So the story is kind of crazy.
That's crazy because what I was saying to Luba after this, like when I it unfolded so fast, didn't it? Like maybe we didn't really sort of talk about it for like a day or two, and it was like, holy shit, he's already here. But it was like, that's how it's done. Like, maybe something will come out of it. Maybe nothing will come out of it. But right now, there's two people who, one like the lady, Tatiana, right? Yeah. Tatiana. She was before this, like in a pretty bad place. Like, she didn't know where she was going to go. She was living with this other family with these like much older people, and so she had no idea what was going to happen. And Evan, he was at home, like no idea that in a few days after speaking to us that he would be in Europe with a lady that he'd never met before. So it's interesting, how fast things can change when you do shit. All right.
Look, guys, just for you. Change the chair, please.
Oh, that one looks completely different from this one.
But it's incredible. Like it's.
Why would you think this one's any different? It's of the same caliber, I guarantee it. But anyway, long story short, with that, like that's like the story of it is actually kind of interesting and kind of cool and funny, and there's all sorts of emotions that are attached to it. But the underlying story is that like there was two people that are older than some guys. And some people that do this, like some,
and it's very true.
And they understand something that us younger guys, or maybe younger than me, don't understand, and that is time is extremely limited. And the older that you get, the more time has value, over other things, maybe over money, So they took he took the action, but she was obviously. Very
it was just everything aligned. I think that because I knew her and I know what kind of man she's looking for. After we talk, like it's just because in my mind it's like click. I really I literally woke up. It was like in these movies, like I woke up like this and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Yes and no. Okay, so yes, definitely.
Sorry guys, I think it was a chair, but it's actually Striker. He's just getting older.
That's my back. That's my lower back. I've had a few. Been sleeping a little funny lately, but yes and no. Like yes, Luba talked to this guy, and she knew this lady from on a tour where this lady was incredibly caring. And I'd heard the stories before that this lady would just be perfect for someone. She invited them around and she made like borscht and
she made us cake. Like she brought us cake, and I was like, it was very rainy.
And at the movie theater, right?
No, cake was not in the movie theater.
No, didn't she like bring a blanket?
Yeah, she bring a blanket to the guy. Yeah, no, really like super caring lady, very nice, very caring, and really like
good looking too.
Good looking.
Yeah.
But what I can tell also, like my observation of that is that, like, honestly, when he starts sending me photos, like, because they send me photo every day, and it's like I feel like it's my children. They're like on vacation and they're sending me their photos, because like they're sending, like they went inside this like crystal not cage, but it's like in Alps, like I think it's a photo zone, like where you can go and I look at their foods, and it's like some sleepers. So it's really like super cool, and they really both like look much younger because they have so much energy and everything right now. So this is like, Striker is right. This is how it should be done. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that he will go and do that. And and when they talk on the phone about that, like, because sometimes the guys discuss that, oh yeah, I might come, and just say, yeah, leave. Like, I didn't expect that he will actually send me tickets in 2 days and he will come.
I also was, for me, it was like actually one of the most impressive things that I've ever experienced in this, while I've been in this, this dating Ukraine space. So kudos to him. But I was going to say there, which, yes, Luba just by chance, like, got them to meet. But that doesn't mean that what he did was because of Luba. What he did was because of him, He was the one that took action. You could have actually introduced him. No, but like, it's not like you said to him, like, you need to book a ticket now, otherwise it's like, he just did it. Like, so you introduce them together, and it's like anything. It's like on a tour. It's like the rocket match. It's like if you meet a chick at the
we're giving
club,
you opportunity.
You have the opportunity, yes, and then it's up to you to go, okay, what am I going to do with this opportunity? I could do something. I could do nothing. I could smash it. I could really do, do something that's impressive. And there's risk in doing what he did. There's a lot of risk in doing what he did, but it's the way that it is, And then, to be honest, like, women like men that take risks. It's why, certain men have survived throughout the ages of time, the alpha male, because they're the ones that took the risks. Yeah, it's true. Through evolution, men that take risks, women like men that take risks. Well, why wouldn't they? Well, the man doesn't take any risks. He's going to sit over there in the corner. What does she want to be with him for? Yeah. Well, that conversation went a bit weird, didn't it?
I didn't even listen to you. What you was talking.
Oh, that doesn't make any. That's nothing new.
I was just thinking about something else. But anyway, like, it's what we say. I understand. I'm joking.
Anyway, so that's the end of that. I don't know why we talked about that for so long, but it's actually a pretty cool story.
I think it is, and I also think that Striker is right, that when people are asking, like, we don't really get much of this, like, at the moment, but before, the guys were calling us and saying, like, okay, so how long I should be before I can engage, like, before I get married, before I need to propose, before the wedding. Like, it's kind of like to be honest, sorry, but it's a little bit stupid questions, because who knows? Some people like to date 5 years, some people like to date 1 week, some people like just to date and whatever. So it's very difficult to say, but what we're doing is we give opportunity, and the way you're going to use this opportunity, it's only your choice. You can talk to the lady and then come in like half a year, and it's also fine. This is your way of doing things. But of course, if you can get and do that, because for her it was like extremely like shocking, because she said, Luba, nobody ever in my life did this for me. So I think it's interesting. That's it. Subscribe to the channel.
That's it. No, that's not it. There's more to come. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we have some stories. I don't even know like how
We've
to
got
present,
so many stories.
how to present it. And now we have a story that is like, I don't know, it's like
Which one is it? Which one? I don't even know.
Alexander.
Oh yeah.
We're getting like so. Probably we should like present it here.
Yeah.
I know how, like.
Well, I think we should talk about it a little bit, but I don't think we should go into too much detail, because I haven't even talked to them yet, and they might see this and be like, "What are they talking about? They haven't even talked to us yet."
Yeah, but she's like, okay.
I'll do the talking from now on this video for the next.
Okay.
I'll talk about this one because I want to make sure we don't say something stupid.
So when I talk, it's stupid.
So let's get started. No, anyway, so there is I won't say who it is, but there's a woman that's gone to the United States with her friend who's in a relationship with someone that we know, and I'm going to be pretty cryptic here, but that we know, and she wants to find a man, and her friend wants her to find a man, and her friend's partner wants her to find a man, because why not, right? Why not?
She's in US.
She's in US already.
Got there, and
she's Ukrainian.
Oh, he's watching. Okay.
All right, we've been given the green light.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Everybody know Van, right? Do you guys know?
But they can't talk to us. You just assume that they're all saying at home going, yes.
So we have an incredible guy, Van, and we did an interview with him. So he rescued himself and his lady and her child from the war zone, because he was at the moment in Dnipro while everything happened. It was pretty scary, but he was staying there together, even though he had a chance to like leave, in the first days, and like they got alert from the government even earlier, like you should leave. And he took her, and then they went to Germany. They was planning to stay there for a little while, and in Germany was her best friend. They friends, I think, like from the school. They friends for lifetime. And this lady also has a child, and they met all together in Germany. And then in Germany, they decided they want to go. Like Van is taking his lady Lena and her son to USA through Mexico, because at that moment this program like humanitarian parole was not working yet. Everybody was going through Tijuana. Actually, they was even before the program in Mexico, so they were very, very first. And Von decided to take this risk, and the friend, like Van, decided to take the friend as well. He decided to help her out because in Germany it was very difficult. And he, as a really like hero of nowadays, like superhero, like I don't know men like this, but he took his lady, took his lady, her child, her friend, her child, and they went through the Mexico border. The story about that you can look on our channel, watch on our channel. He tell in details how everything went. And now Alexandra is in USA. I won't say the state and everything, like we want to prepare the video about that, but she's in USA, and she's very, very nice lady. She speaks a little bit of English, but she's learning it even more.
Yeah.
I believe that she's 36. Van, can you please tell me if she's 36? And she's looking for the man. So we decided to do what?
Well, we thought that, there's got to be a man out there somewhere, right? And we thought, when we come up with this idea,
It's for Van, not for you.
Never is. So when we sort of were talking about this, we thought, it's an experiment, and it's not going to be an expose of like a game show. We're not going to do anything like that because it's just ridiculous. But if you can get people together, the same as who we were just talking about just before, just if we can just do it, like just as part of what we know, and our not like as part of, I'll say not part of our business, but just what we've learned through business. But you can sort of sometimes push like it out to the sides, like it's not a client. Like even the person we just spoke about, he was never a client, she was never a client, and whoever does this is never going to be a client, but it's something that's kind of cool. It's like something that, we can look back on and go, that's pretty, that was pretty cool that we managed to do something like that. So it's sort of, it's not going to be like a full-on like matchmaking type thing, because we can't control enough of it. And so it's this here is it's kind of an experiment, kind of like for me, I sort of think of it as an experiment because there's a lot of guys.
It's not an experiment like in a bad way, because it sounds a little bit.
No, not in a bad way, but we want to put it out there, and we want to see who are the guys out there, who are the guys that follow our channel, people that because if you're not our client, we've got no idea who you are. But this is your opportunity to put your best foot forward. If you've been following our videos for years and years and years, you get the opportunity now to go and do it without actually coming over to Ukraine.
And also without any struggles with the documents and everything, she's already there. She's already in US. And we want to see, like like with Evan, it was a little bit different. I really clearly had this vision him with this lady. Like it was for me, just, I don't know, I just woke up and I have like that, I need to do that. And sometimes it's happening with me. Sometimes like our clients know that they may call me pushy, or they can call me like that, I a little bit like possessive. Yeah.
They could call you baby.
No, they don't call me baby. Usually they call me mama. And anyway, so, but what I'm saying is that sometimes I have like a lady in my mind, and then I see the guy and I understand that they need to meet. And the guy can look at the pictures, for example, and he can say, Luba, but it's not really like my type, I don't know. But I say, please, like sometimes it works, usually for tours, because if you have a limited amount of dates, of course you don't want to like kind of waste it on somebody that you think that you don't like. But trust me, there was no single time that so far, like if I told like that you should meet, that you would not like this. this person. Like usually people really understand that, I put them together for some reason. There was something that was really like appealing to each other. And I'm saying that not like to say that, I'm doing something incredible, but sometimes I just understand that pictures are not really saying much about personality. They're not really, you can't hear the voice, you can't hear the attitude, you can't smell the smell, even that, you can't do that. Like, it just doesn't work this way until you actually meet, because somebody is better in the photo, somebody worse. And yes, of course it can happen that you meet a person and you don't like each other. That is fine. We did the video about that, right? Like 4 categories of ladies. You can fall in love, or you can find nothing in common, and that's all is great to help you to meet the right person for you. But with them it's this. With Alexandra it's a little bit different. At the moment, like, we didn't tell anybody about that until this moment. We didn't tell any like of our clients about her. I didn't send her profile to anybody. I don't even have your profile yet. I do have your photos and a little bit of information, but we are just interested, like, if there's anybody who are like in this age range, because she doesn't want a guy much older, like she told me. She's 36. I think that her daughter is 11, if I'm correct. She's very pretty, speaks English, and in USA. So if you're interested and you're watching this video right now, please go to our website.
No, don't do that, because I haven't organized anything yet.
Yeah,
just keep watching and we'll make another video.
Okay, I just wanted, like, if there's, like, send us an email. I was just not application like with photos. Just I want to see, like, if there's anybody.
Okay, yeah, you can send us an email.
Yeah, send an email and say that you're interested. But we will see. Like, this is.
We will see. I'm very interested because a lot of guys follow our channel. They write comments. Then they know they've watched the videos, and they write about they're on the same path of thoughts that we're on. It's like, now here's an opportunity where you don't have to actually go and actually do it.
I would be honest that I think that me and Striker, we're having it like first time. We're having a different motives.
What do you mean different motives?
No, like I understand.
Motives is not a good word. That sounds like something sinister is going on.
Who?
Motives?
Motivate? No, like the reasons. Like you want to see. No, I understand. You like, yes. You want to see the guys.
I want to see the guys step up.
Yes,
I want to see you guys step up.
I also want, but for me, I want to have a result. So I want to find a client. I want to find a guy, not a client, just like who will.
Not a client. This is not a paid thing.
Yeah,
this is
not be
like totally free. So
yeah, I want to see who like we can match her with, and I will be.
Oh yeah, I want a result too, but I also want to see the guys step up.
But you want first this and then result.
No, I want this first. I want the result.
Yeah, I want the result.
Yeah, I want the result first.
But I also
the rest I don't really care, but I still am very curious about how it's all going to go.
So we like Sergio will have a conversation with one, but we don't know yet how to present it. Like, we don't really know like how to do the video of all of them, or just your.
Oh, we'll sort it out. Let's not worry about that. Okay, what's next on the list?
Basically not much. I don't know who are watching us today or anybody.
That's
like
it?
We're talking just one and us, like a private, like let's drink some tea together.
Well, no, hang on. There's something else. I feel as though there's something else.
No, we talk about the Zoom party. We talk about Evan. We talk about Alexandra. We talk about that we moved to Valencia. If anybody curious, and if you're in Valencia, you're welcome. Actually, like there's so many people.
Yeah, come hang out with us.
Yes, like there's so many people.
We've been having beers with clients over the last. Well, I have. But
yeah, and
she's been.
So yes, a lot of people are coming to Spain, and this is really truly amazing place, and I will show you around with a pleasure. So if you're around, let us know. What else?
That's about it, really.
And the video that we posted, like, please watch it. It's about our apartment that we've been working for so long on, and we did the video right before the war, and I would never guess.
When I was editing that video, like just recently, I was just like, there's actually a part at the start that I didn't want to put in the video because I thought it was a bit boring. And so I actually wanted to go back and record another part, but the following Saturday, because the market only happens on Saturday, but the war happened on the Thursday, I think. So I never got to do it. So I put that bit in there. And it was like, when I was editing it, I was thinking, like, who would have known? Like, while we were laughing and going to the market and looking at all that funny stuff, I was like, who would have known that, like, in 5 days' time, you'd be woken up to explosions and all that sort of, like, it's just, I put a little note at the start where I said, like, always appreciate, what you have, because really, like, that was an eye-opener for me. But anyway, hopefully you enjoy that video.
Yeah, and please leave a comment. Muy bien. My Spanish is Okay. I don't
Yeah, a
know.
little bit Spanish is very
No,
good.
it's like Milan asked. Milan, how is your language? I don't want to say which language because maybe you don't want people to know where you are. But how is your process? Like, I know it's tough. It's very interesting. And we moved to this apartment, and there's like so many things need to be done. And the owner of this apartment is now currently in Madrid. And when we came here, there was like the blinders were not closed, and like you literally can't sleep because it's like it's super
cold showers.
cold showers. A striker
Tell
has
them
a
about your hair, wash your hair with hot water.
yeah, and so like the people are coming, like the owner is arranging people to come because like the door was not opening, like the stuff, I don't know how you call it, like from like to open the door on the first floor in your apartment. Sorry, I don't know how to say it. Domophone in Russian. So and then I decided to order water because here like it's super hot and you always need to drink, and like we just Striker is like super tired of like, Striker, go get some water, Striker, go get some water. So I decided to order water and everything in Spanish. So like even if you don't want or you can't, nobody care, you must, because like this kind of service, like if you go to the center, to the restaurant or anywhere, of course they speak English, but if you need like some workers, cerrajeros or fontaneros come to you, like you need to be able to speak. And of course like everything like no can't go smoothly, like it's impossible because like the guy bring the water. I found online this company, they bring it and it's like a week trial, and I thought, yay, like we smashed it. It's like 40 liters of water free. It has this dispenser with the hot and cold water. And he put it like he was talking to me all about his life and everything in Spanish. And I was like, yeah, I understand. And then when he left, we started pouring the water, and the water is like, what was with water? It was like soap. It was like bitter. It was like so horrible that I can't explain. And I have to call them and say that, the water is bad and it doesn't taste good and it has a lot of like foam and soap and stuff. Please change it. And so it's very different. Like the routine here and like my life is very different because like I am actually now in the shoes of my clients that come to Ukraine, for example, like Striker shoes anyway, like when he came to Ukraine and he need to arrange stuff and it's not always easy or the best service.
Yeah, there's a bit of culture shock that's going on, but I'm going to sum up Spain mentality, personalities, attitude in this one sentence. Nobody gives a shit about you or what you want.
I would say that it is very different. I today got a message from our client because I changed my phone on WhatsApp. If any of you has my previous WhatsApp, that not much of you would have, but anyway, I changed it. So if you need my phone,
I'll put it in the description below.
Please. So please message and send us an email. Anyway, so very different attitude of people, very different the way they do stuff. They really don't worry.
Trying to find an apartment, like for me, the last week has been just a nightmare. It really has. It's been.
Yeah, so it's they're very relaxed in some things that you can't be relaxed. Like if you're looking for a place to live, like it's like, how will you live? Where will you live? So enjoy siesta time. Yes, and siesta, they just like, it's not so bad here in Valencia. In Denia, it was much worse. I love this place. Striker don't, but it's okay.
Where, Denia?
Yes, it was just boring for you. It was like for
It's like where people go to retire.
Yeah, but anyway, here it's not so bad because here it's still like a lot of cars, some action. But in Denia, it was like really everything shut. The city is closed. But to be honest, like I also start, because of the heat, probably I started to have this like that I need to lay down for 10 minutes. I can't. Like,
yeah, I've got it too.
I can't do it. So this is about that. I don't know how far my Spanish will go. Like I really do want it. I do need it, and we'll see. But of course, English is much easier to use anyway.
Spanish. For me, anyway. Okay, why don't we now? Let's talk about.
It's very busy season here at the moment. Here's a lot of tourists, a lot of people coming, a lot of people from all over the world. A lot of like real estate, market is very, very high at the moment because a lot of people, I don't know why, but a lot of people from Argentina and Peru are buying property here in Spain. Same as UK people as well. So the market, I think that the prices grow up here. I don't know if you wanted to know about that or no.
Not
But
really.
this is okay.
Oh no, maybe they did. I don't know.
Because
I'm
you're
sorry, I'm answering
Yeah.
for them.
Arthur also, like, how was your experience, Arthur? Like, he didn't get, like, he was messaging me almost every day to give me the steps. He was the one who went to Poland and pick up the ladies. Like, it's incredible.
Oh, and her
Everything that-
mother.
And her mother, yeah, everything that he went through. So
There's so much stuff going on. Like we could literally write a book, like a chapter on each story, and it would all be so. Like if you were to write it, if before this, if you were doing like the K1 process and you wrote a book of 10 of our clients or 10 cases, it would be pretty boring because it'd all be the same. Then they applied for this and then it got it and blah blah blah.
but
blah.
everybody actually have the, like, you
But
know,
here it's like everything is like a story in itself. I just think it's.
but
just
you know, I think that,
cool.
like, if you have any question, like if you have any, like, I don't know, I'm at this stage and I don't know what to do next. To be honest, we have a client for that. Like, we have a guy who can contact you and, like, or you can contact him and he will respond because he went through that. Or if you're having this problem, like we have so many cases at the moment that we can literally put like people together and like they can solve any sorts of like questions, problems.
It says, do you get emails for your website? Yes, we get them and we try to answer all of them basically. But otherwise you can send an email to admin, ADMIN, at heartrocket.com, and both Luba and I will get that.
Admin.
So yes, so we're still doing the matchmaking, you know, like it's still all go. You know, one thing interesting that I saw, was it a couple of weeks ago? I'm a bit of a internet nerd and I like to look at things and research things and look at numbers and stats and stuff like that. And I think it was April. I think it was in April. I had a look at Google Trends of what people were searching for when it came to dating Ukrainian women, and it spiked higher than it had done since like 2010 or something. So, and that was for dating. So whether all of those people that are searching for that are what we would call of quality, but there's a lot of people that all of a sudden became interested in it. Now, some people say, well, you shouldn't be interested in dating in Ukraine or dating Ukrainian women, regardless of where they are. You know, we've got emails. We're not necessarily emails, but we've had messages and things like that or comments, I should say, on that sort of stuff. And it's like the only reason that some people sometimes will think that, well, I say the only reason that people think that is because that's what they think about themselves. So if they were to go and do it, they're doing it from a malicious point of view. But as we can see, like, I mean, there's Arthur here. There's Vaughan is in here. You know, we just told you an incredible story of a woman that was like had nothing going, you know, nothing, I should say, nothing in
perspective.
Yeah, in the future. And now they're gallivanting around the country like school kids, you know. So there's happiness everywhere, you know. So it's up to you what you want to do. Some people will say, well, I'm just going to wait until, what's that?
They're looking at the camera.
Oh, got this new fancy setup here. It's not really fancy at all, but yeah. So I mean, it's entirely up to you what you do, you know. But I think the people that want to do it will go and do it, regardless of anything. And sometimes obstacles for them is just a challenge. People that always look for a reason to not do it, like COVID, you know, whatever, all sorts of different reasons, then they won't do it, you know. But if you see comments or people try and say you shouldn't be dating Ukrainian woman because there's a war, well, the person that you should be talking to is Ukrainian woman who still want to find a man in this, you know, in this
and
time.
It's not, trust me.
And try and tell a Ukrainian woman, like, imagine if you said to Tatiana, like, how dare you go and date this man and go around and have this relationship with him, you know?
Yeah.
How dare you do that? Like, what's she going to say? She's going to say, get lost, you idiot.
You know, it's true, because like even like you can't stop living. You can't stop, like there is a choice. Like, to be honest, I'm working on like we have, you know, about like 7 guys at the moment, you know, for this month, like for the rocket match, because we're still doing this very actively. And I'm very glad that the guys doing, not just because like, you know, it's like it's our job, it's just because we have guys who actually want to come and like they having vacation time and they can come.
Well, some of them are tour clients, weren't they? And then we just said, look,
like,
we just have to switch it. So
So yes, the guys are taking the step, and like we said that, unfortunately we can't do the tours and we don't know when we will be able to provide them. So we will be fully supportive. I'm doing the calls, or Irina is doing the calls, so we are there and we support a lot, and the guys are coming and we're having an incredible results, even probably better than any time before, because I already, like, my main thing that I said is that when the guy is coming now to Europe, the ladies in his frame, and this is what was a little bit lacking in Ukraine, that the lady was a little bit more taking the control of the situation, not like because she wanted to, just because like she could, and
It's convenient.
it was convenient.
She can order the taxis.
Yeah, because especially when we were going to the smaller cities, for example, like there's not so many restaurants where you can go. And the lady, like, obviously, like if she was there for coffee and stuff, like the waiter knows her and she would say to him something like, oh, the same salad. And it was a little bit like for the guy, I mean, most of the time nobody cared, but I think that in dating in Europe at the moment is like giving a lot of, it's better for the guys. I would put it this way. It's my opinion that it is a little bit better for the guys. So
it's heaps better. That's my opinion.
Okay.
It's heaps better. Yeah, unless you really wanted to go to Ukraine, and which a lot of people do. I mean,
yes,
I know
but
I did.
everybody will still go there. Nobody, like, we have a guy now who are buying the property here in Europe, even he is in USA, because he doesn't want, like, he want to retire in Europe. He's buying the place in Italy, and the lady is super keen about that. So
well, we had someone that just bought a property in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yes, but it's like, it's
Can
an
we say that or
extreme.
not? Yeah.
I don't know. It's an extreme case, but yes, some people are buying property in Ukraine at the moment because it's like very cheap.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, but we don't have any opinion about that. Even though we do, but we don't. So it's like your
we
choice.
do, but we don't.
Stop doing stuff with my stuff, okay?
Why'd you put it there? Right by my drink.
So. Yeah, I a little bit lost.
Yeah, we don't know what we're talking about, do we?
No, but what we were saying that rocket match. So the client, I was, and so he. I forgot what I was.
Oh, subscribe to the channel.
I was like, but I wanted to say that, yeah, the guys who were planning to do the tours, they're now talking to the ladies, and they're coming and they're meeting, and so this is working. This is what we see is working, and what Striker said that it is better because the guys are like taking care of the frame, and like even Evan, he went and he took a car and they driving around and they traveling in Ukraine, honestly, and I still would say the same. I would never recommend to take a car. The roads are bad, and it's very not understandable and everything. And here in Europe, they both lost. She said, oh, it was a little bit crazy because we can't find the road and we can't pay, something didn't work, but it's an adventure.
But he'll sort it out.
But he will sort it out anyway. Yes. Yeah. This is very good. So the Zoom party will be probably in July. If you want to be part of that, just book a call with us. We will be happy. If you want to ask any question, if you're going through some visa process at the moment, please also contact us. We have guys who can support. And what Arthur is saying, honestly, it's about how well you get along with the individual, war or not. Right.
That's true. The war is going to bring stress, and it's going to bring more. Like you have to bring like support to her.
Sorry, I remember what I was planning to say. Okay.
Go on then.
Sorry. I just, like you said, war or not. I started to say that we have clients for Hard Rocket, and then from all of the requests, there was one lady yesterday. She responded. She's in Zaporozhye. She responded and she say, "I don't want to date anybody during the war, and I will wait until the war will be over." She's the only one who actually said that, and this is your position. The manager said, like, why? She started to not convince her, but she was trying to talk you out of that. But the person is like so deeply in depression, like so deeply in her thoughts, so she doesn't want. And I think that this is like what making us different, or like not that making us different, but this is like about us, that we're not going to lie or like push or convince anybody. Like, if the person wants, we asking for that, and we're doing that. If the person doesn't want, okay, we don't do that. Yeah, like this is
that like, sums it up.
That sums it
it's
up.
Like if you want to do it, do it. If you don't.
Yes, if you don't want to do it and you think that it's not right during the war, okay, it's your choice. It's up to you. If it is like, if you think that it is not correct, like, or like, how dare you are to travel,
or you may put yourself at risk because you put yourself into a position where maybe this, you're vulnerable or something like that, or she's vulnerable. or something like that, because there are some risks there. You got to really keep your head on your shoulders, as I call it. So then wait it out. Nobody is saying you have to do it, you don't have to do it. We just tell you examples and what we see every day. So yeah. What else? That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, we were not planning to have it like longer than 1 hour. So 5 minutes left. If you have any questions, or you want to do something, you want to ask something, or you have a lady in Ukraine that is trying to get out, we're also helping with that. Nowadays, it's getting a bit easier, I would say, to get. Like, it just depends on the desire of the person, if the person wants to leave or no. A lot of people are coming back to Ukraine. Why they doing that? Because like Europe is great, but it's not home, and it's not giving you that freedom as you get at home. And also, like, it's just choice of everybody. Like, I have a bunch of friends who returned to Odessa. Like, it's kind of semi-quiet. It's,
I think to.
I know, Irvin, is your lady still didn't get out?
You can get to Odessa.
No,
So
he can't get in Odessa, like, if he doesn't have Ukrainian documents. Like, if you're low, like,
I thought he meant
if you citizen, or you have a temporary card, then you can get to Ukraine. Or like with the ladies, if you want.
Is it an official rule? Because I also was wondering about that. Because can they stop you from coming in to, say, Lviv? Say, if you're a tourist, like.
No, yeah, the borders are of Ukraine.
So is there a way of getting into Odessa?
I actually so getting into Odessa.
I don't know anyone who's gone in who doesn't have some sort of document.
Yeah, like, nobody's doing that at the moment. It's not like at the border they will not let you, because the border, like, it's a war zone. Like, the border are closed.
Yeah.
So good question. Like, is speaking Russian language considering offensive now when speaking to the woman? So yesterday I was translating the call, not even translating, the lady speak English, I was just assisting there. But the guy, like, I love it when the guys are preparing some speech in Russian before or Ukrainian, and like to say something. So this guy prepare all stuff in Ukrainian, saying that hello, how are you, my name is this, and it was very cute. He even put like on Zoom you can put this background, he put the Ukrainian flag. And the lady was like okay with it. We didn't even notice that, to be honest. Like, I noticed that because it sounds a bit like cute and funny, but she didn't even notice. She was like responding, but she was responding in Russian. When I translate in Russian, and I will still translate in Russian, even though I fluent in Ukrainian. And even before this war, I remember I was translating for one lady. She was not from Lviv, but somewhere from there. She was speaking only Ukrainian, but still, for me, I was speaking Russian with her, and it's okay. It used to be okay. So when the ladies, so far, I didn't translate to anybody, and on a Zoom party, it was no single lady who was speaking Ukrainian, even though I know that all of them can. And I think it also depends a lot on individuals, because here, like in Denia, where we've been, there was like some crazy stuff about Ukrainian language. It was just a little bit even too much, when people were just like very rude to each other if you don't speak Ukrainian with them. Here in Valencia, yesterday I went to the park with my kid, and there was like about 100 or 150 families and children. Everybody was speaking Russian. So for me, it's a little bit of a principal position. Like, I don't know, maybe I will change it. And maybe when we go back to home, like, of course, I will not be the only one who will speak Russian. Like, if it will be needed, I will speak Ukrainian. I respect both of the languages, but I think this is what we're fighting for. We're fighting for independence, independence of our ability to speak, to live. Like, this war, I don't know what it is about, because nobody ever pressed anybody with the language. And it was my opinion, and it is my opinion, and it will be my opinion. I never, that they said, like 2 years ago or a year ago, that, the documents should be in Ukrainian, or like the movies in the cinema would be in Ukrainian, or like in the shops, they should speak with you in Ukrainian. But if you want, you can ask, and they will keep speaking with you in Russian. I don't think that anything wrong with that. Here in Spain, there's also two languages. Like there's Valenciana and Castellana that sounds probably the same as Russian and Ukrainian, but like if you don't know each of them, like you would not be able to understand it. But people, okay, they're living with that. At school, kids learning two languages, the same as in Ukraine. We've been always learning Russian and Ukrainian. So I don't know like what to do with that. And
I would say here to Milan, speaking Russian language considered offensive now when speaking to the woman. Well, it depends on what her belief system is, because like we actually know a woman here who's like, don't speak Russian, speak Ukrainian, because her belief system is that that's what you should speak. But if you believe that language really doesn't have anything to do with anything at all, language is language, right? It's just language. It's just how people communicate. A language isn't a belief system. So then it's probably not so, so I wouldn't probably worry too much about that. And all that stuff about like, will you have to speak Ukrainian? Will you have to, if you go to Ukraine, like what's it going to be? Will it be this? Will it be that? We don't know, and nobody knows. And like, even for people to like make assumptions of, Ukraine is going to belong to, this part's going to be Russian, this part's going to be belonging to Ukraine, Poland, whatever. We really have no idea whatsoever. We've got no idea what's going to happen in the next few months, so hopefully it ends and people stop dying. That's what I care about.
Yeah, me too. So the last question that we're going to cover is that is there if it is possible dating in Kyiv or in the west of Ukraine? So I will put it this way. At the moment, I would not say like 50-50, but let's say that it is 50-50. 50% of the ladies are still in Ukraine, 50% of the ladies are left. Somebody on the way back, somebody left to Europe, somebody left to western part of Ukraine. Most of the ladies, like if they meet, like we have a lady at the moment who were still in Ukraine because she didn't want to go anywhere to find this like a place to live, because if you don't have money and you're staying from the Red Cross place, like they usually like live with some family, or they're putting you in some like camp that is like not even like not very livable.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Like we have a lady that is like in Italy, and like it's a bit sad, but like they live in this campus and they only feed, like they're feeding them there, so they should be grateful, but they're only giving them like pasta all the time. So like she has problem with her stomach, like sorry for the details, but it's true. So like some people prefer to like hear this sirens, air raids, but stay in their home. But like when she's meeting the guy, she's ready to leave. From western part of Ukraine, it's very easy because it's like right on the border with Poland, and people can leave, and then from Poland you can fly anywhere. From Kyiv, it's different. Like she need to go somewhere closer to the border and leave. So to meet lady that is in Kyiv, I don't really get the question, like dating in Kyiv, like are you in Kyiv at the moment? If you're in Kyiv, then we can try to match you with ladies that stayed in Kyiv. So we also have this opportunity.
It's all up in the air. We can only sort of do what we can, and so far we're just doing what we can, which is working pretty well. So there's no plan, there's no Venn diagram, there's no flow chart that we can follow that says we're going to do this and this, like we used to kind of do when we were in Ukraine. So yeah, that's kind of how that is.
And also it depends, like Sergio is right, it's very much depends on stuck in the restaurant. It's very much depends on the person. Like somebody will be more like, it depends where she used to live. Like for example, again, in the western part of Ukraine, they were always speaking Ukrainian more than Russian, and they love it more. So that's it. Is there lady stuck in the restaurant?
It looks like we're using a green screen. We're not, but it looks like it, doesn't it? It's like this is really what it looks like here. It looks like a green screen.
Yeah, but anyway, no, she's not in the restaurant. She's just somewhere.
Okay, well, that's pretty much it, I think. I think we've covered everything that we wanted to cover, plus about 40 other topics that we had no idea we were going to talk about.
Danny, Ellen, can you please respond to my email? Have you seen it? By the way, if we're talking here.
By the way, I see how this is. He's ghosting you.
Yes.
But then he thought he could slide into the DMs on the live video, and you wouldn't notice.
No, she was not on a video chat, Danny. So this is all for now. Just please watch our video on our Rocket Life channel about the apartment. It's really like.
Yeah, we also got a video coming out about the Zoom party. What's happening?
Guys, it's gonna be Striker's working on that video. He put all his creativity.
I've completely lost my mind on this video. So some people will be like, oh, that was interesting and strange. And some people will be like, where did this video come from? So I got the,
It's okay. It's okay. So they will see.
I said to Luba, I said, when I was making this video, like my mind sometimes has very strange and funny thoughts.
Sometimes.
And sometimes I say them and sometimes people think that they're funny, right? And sometimes I don't, but I still think that they're funny. So this small movie that I'm making is how I think all the time. And I think, well, wouldn't it be funny if something like that happened? And then sometimes I'll laugh about it and I'll say, hey, Luba, imagine this. And she'll say, that's not funny. And I'll go, oh man. So I am taking that process from my mind and I put it into a movie that's going to be about 4 minutes long.
All I want, guys, you to know that there are Zoom parties, and I want to invite you all to them. So
she said, make a video that like people will watch from start to finish, and I said that I can try and do.
Thank you, superhero.
Uh-huh.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for spending this hour with us. We always very happy to see.
Look at them in the eye.
I'll look in their eyes.
And I'm back.
All good. Thank you so much. If you want to date a lady, if you want to meet, don't. Oi, my Johnchik, hello. Don't waste your time. Do it here.
You don't wait till you're like 60 years old.
Because to be honest, here, like
maybe you already are, and if you are, I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but just don't wait until. Take a note out of Evan's book. He's like, screw it, I'm going, and he went.
Yeah.
He did it, and he's here. So
yeah, and to be honest, like it's even I can't forget what I was going to say. It's like I was a little bit discouraged because like in Dania, it was like very old generation people, like really like they were enjoying their life. There was like their 70s.
What?
I want to say
this was my complaint for so long.
Shush. But they was like sitting there drinking their beer. They was enjoying their life. But all my commercial, like no matter what I was watching, Spanish videos, some movies or some like our videos or anything like or some study videos on YouTube, all my promotion was like, did you already choose a funeral plan? And I was like, how discouraging is that? So like don't wait until you need to choose wife, not funeral plan, please. Is it good promotion?
That's our new slogan.
Choose
a wife before you choose a funeral plan.
That's all for now.
That's a marketing genius.
John, you was a little bit late. We hope you're doing great. If you need anything, we're there for you. John, actually, I changed my WhatsApp number. I will message you now. It's very important information. We see you guys in the next one.
All right. We'll catch you later. End broadcast.
Where?
This is awkward. We were sitting here. We don't know how to stop it. Okay, push the button.
Which button?